The Gemara in Kedushin, Daf Lamed, brings down a posik from Dilim, from David HaMelech, Soy for Rosh Latzadik, Umevakesh La'amisoy, Hashem Le'yazvena B'yodli. So the Gemara darshan that if it wasn't for the Rabbeinu Shalom that gives you that extra amount of support to be goyver the Eitzorah, to be goyver the power to violate the Torah in Gil HaRayos, a person wouldn't be able to hold back and he would violate. And the only reason that a person could strengthen himself not to violate all the Averas and all the sins that is written by Gil HaRayos is only was the Rabbeinu Shalom gives them the power to overcome that energy of lust that he wants. So, and that's how the Gemara Darshan Sefer Rosh Latzadik means that is the Satan, and the Yitzhahara is Sefer Rosh Latzadik Umevakesh La'amisoy Hashem Lo Yazvena B'yodoi. So the Rishonim asked that Yehuda went Timnoso and Tamar camouflaged herself as a prostitute. And when he saw Tamar, 1, 2, 3, he went and did Avera with Tamar. How is it possible, such a great from the Shifta Kol, that a woman was in Timnos on the side of the road and he had that immediately lust to violate and commit a sin to go with a prostitute, which was camouflaged as his daughter-in-law. So no, this Gemara is very pashut because she had a zika to Yehuda, and Shua wasn't living, and his 2 sons, Er and died, and by having the zika to Reuven, the Rabbeinu Shalom did not hold him back from doing the sin. And Pshat is the only reason that a person has the power is because Sefer Rosh Latzadik Umevakesh La'amisoy Hashem Lo Yazvena B'yodoi. Here the Rabbeinu Shalom didn't hold him back, there he committed it. But Albert Einstein says great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Tremendous opposition. And that's the pshat, the posik from David HaMelech. Sefer Rosh Latzadik, the great spirits, has a tremendous opposition from mediocre brains. And the mediocre brains wants to see him die. But the only reason that the continuance of the great spirit is Hashem Le'yazvena B'yodoi. It could be possible that it wasn't at that time that you could be mefarish with what Albert Einstein said. Like the Rambam in Moyer Nevuchim writes, why a person don't want to change. So he brings down in the name of Alexander Apeldusi 2 reasons. One, the arrogance, and second, that he doesn't have the binoculars. And the depth is to see that by his change, his life will become better. But the Rambam writes that in his time came another reason that was not available at the time of Alexander Apeldusi. A person gets used to it, and once he gets used to it, he won't change. Even though by having a change, he'll able to make his life better, and he brings a raya from the mechanics that live in the mountains, and they live in dirt, and phenomenal mechanics in all the ways of materialistic. And they won't come down to the city where they could earn 1,000 times more living and a better life would be for them because of their career, because of their town, because they got used to live in the mountain, even in dirt and in ashes. So in that time, when Alexander Produsi said these two things, this third thing was not available. And today, there's a fourth thing why a person doesn't want to change. Because everyone has a network, and the network doesn't let him change. And by being involved with one network, and to hire and to raise himself in a different network, he himself don't want to change for the network, and the network doesn't let him change. And therefore, people don't want to change today in life. But going back to Albert Einstein, what he said, great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. At the times of Shlomo HaMelech and the times of the Gemara, they didn't have that kind of vision to understand that there is great spirits and mediocre brains that would have an opposition to people that are phenomenal, and the reason of their opposition is only that they should die. And the only reason that they don't is Hashem lo yazbena biyodoi.